Hey, what's going on? Aaron here. Hope you're doing well. If you're watching this video right now, you might be checking out this platform right here called Kick. It's a streaming platform, and maybe you're wondering, can I be a streamer? Is this a good way for you to make money online? Let's check it all out, right? Maybe this is a waste of time, all right? Now, anytime you want to get my favorite way to get to $5,000 to $10,000 a month, 100% from home, click the link below, and I'll share with you my favorite strategy. Now, on this channel, I have reviewed literally hundreds and hundreds of different ways to make money online. I've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly. So let's check out Kick today to find out whether this is the good or the ugly. Maybe it's a good way, maybe it's a bad way to make money online, all right? Now, Kick is a very cool streaming platform. It's kind of like Twitch, okay? If you've ever heard of Twitch, Twitch is, made really, really famous by video gaming streaming, right? And Kick is pretty much the same, but you can basically stream all sorts of different content, all right? So you can come here, you can really just be streaming yourself, doing whatever you like to do, chatting, cooking, hanging out with friends. You could be playing video games, you could be running around, you could be playing casinos, you could be playing all sorts of different games, right? And there's all sorts of different categories for streaming, okay? But essentially what it means is you're basically going live with your camera, your phone, and you're constantly streaming whatever's going on in your life at that particular time, okay? And that's essentially what it is, and you can actually get paid for doing that, but there are a few caveats, okay? So let's talk about how this actually works. So you can join Kick from anywhere in the world, all right? But in order for you to start getting paid, okay, you have to become a Kick partner, right? And in order to be verified, there are a few things that you need. First of all, you need to have a verified Kick channel, okay? And then you have to stream for at least 30 hours and have at least 250 unique chatters in the last 30 days, okay? So what this means is that you need to have at least gone live on Kick and streamed for a little while, okay? So 30 hours. Again, it's not going to take you that long to get up to 30 hours because some people stream all day. So you could potentially stream it, for 12 hours straight if you wanted to. Some people stream for 24 hours straight. I wouldn't recommend that because you need to sleep, you need to eat, that kind of thing, right? But you can do extended streams, okay? You don't only need to stream for an hour or two. Most of the time, streams go pretty long, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours, all right? And that's basically how you can rack up some stream time, first of all. The next thing is you need to have at least 25 active subscribers and at least 250 followers, okay? So this is a little bit more difficult. We'll talk about how to get this up there, right? But just understand that if you're a beginner, you still have to get started and you have to get a little bit of a following before you can actually join the partner program and actually be verified to get paid, okay? You'll also have to maintain an average of 75 concurrent viewers at the same time, all right? So again, if you're just starting out, you're going to have to build up to this. You're going to have to create an account and start streaming whatever you decide to stream. It could be you hanging out, it could be you doing pranks, it could be you just chatting. You could, be creating something that's really interesting, very exciting. You could be playing a specific type of video game, just playing, having fun, giving tips. There's so many different streams and type of content that you can make, okay? But it does require you to build up, and, it's not going to be something that's instant. It does take some time, and it does take a lot of consistency. All right, now let's talk about how you actually get paid, right? So there has been some misunderstanding. Some people think that, well, as soon as you become a Kick partner, then they're going to guarantee to pay you $16 per hour for as long as you stream. Again, whether you get tips or subscriptions or not, you're still going to get paid. That's not true, all right? So the way that it works is if you're a big creator, so you've been doing this for a while, maybe you're like Aiden Ross right here, right? So Aiden Ross is one of the big creators on Kick. I mean, right now, he has, I think it's 49,000 subscribers or viewers on this particular stream that he's doing right now, right? That's quite a lot, right? So for him, he will have a guaranteed income that he's going to be paid from by Kick, okay? So again, if he goes live, whether he gets subscriptions or tips or anything like that, they're going to pay him a certain amount of money per hour just for streaming, all right? And the reason why they do that is because he's somebody that's done well on the platform. He's bringing people in. This is him right here. All right, that's Aiden Ross right there, right? He's already doing well. He's bringing in an audience. He's kind of earned his stripes, if you will. All right, so whether he gets subscriptions or tips or whatever, does a promo, they will pay him for every hour that he's live. All right, so that is something that's completely separate. Okay, just because you're on the Kick partner program doesn't mean that that's going to happen. Eventually, if you get pretty big and they want to, sign you on as a big creator, then you will get this guaranteed per hourly rate, all right? But until then, what happens is once you become a Kick partner, you can actually earn from subscriptions. Okay, now here's the nice thing about the Kick subscription program is that they pay 95% of the subscription to the streamer. Okay, so they don't keep very much. They only keep 5%, right? And if somebody tips you directly through PayPal or whatever it is, different ways for you to integrate your tipping service, you get to keep 100% of that, which is pretty awesome. All right, so I would say that if you're a beginner, if you're somebody that's just getting started, the major way that you're going to make money from Kick is to get subscriptions directly from people that want to follow you. All right, so how much is a subscription fee? It's usually about $5. You're going to keep 95%, which means that for every subscriber, active subscriber per month, you will make $4.75. Okay, so let's look at the math at this. All right, so if you want to make a lot of money on Kick, if you're just getting started, on average, let's just say you get 10 subscribers a day, and you're streaming every day for 5 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours, that kind of thing. 10 subscribers a day, $4.75. You're going to make about $47.50 per day. All right, that's on 10 new subscribers. If you do this every day and you're doing it for 30 days, so you have 300 subscribers, that equates to roughly about $1,425. Okay, so it's not a ton of money, but it is a realistic way for you to actually make money, and people do get paid on Kick. All right, now let's talk about what you actually have to do in order to do this. Okay, and what's the reality of how realistic is it for you to make a lot of money with this? All right, so first of all, depending on how engaging your content is, depending on your consistency, depending on your type of content, your strategy, your angle, what are you talking about, what kind of character you are, all that kind of stuff will depend on how many people actually follow you and subscribe to you. Okay, so that's the first thing. The second thing that you have to understand about this is that the way that Kick works is they don't really have an algorithm like YouTube or TikTok or Instagram. Okay, it has really nothing to do with how famous you are. It has everything to do with how many people are following you. All right, so that means that you have to create your audience off the Kick platform, especially if you're a beginner. So if you're a beginner and you just come on to Kick and you just start streaming, and slowly over a period of time you amass followers, right? The thing is it's actually quite difficult for you to amass followers from scratch because, let's just say I'm surfing on Kick, right? I have to be pretty lucky to stumble upon your particular stream. Unless you're already pretty popular on the platform, then they might, knock you up a notch, right? But otherwise, you're going to be in the background. People aren't going to find you. So when you're getting started with Kick especially, the only real way to build your audience is to build it using other platforms. YouTube Shorts, Twitter, X, Instagram, TikTok. So you have to get good at creating multiple promotional channels, and then once you do that, you can bring people onto your Kick website, okay, onto your Kick channel. So the way that you would do that is just start streaming, have fun with it, and then take your stream, let's say it's a 4-hour stream, you can cut it up using AI software, or you can pay someone on Upwork or Fiverr.com, get them to cut it up into lots of little pieces, and then you would upload it onto TikTok, onto YouTube, onto Instagram, or you can create marketing material from scratch and upload it there. And as your channel starts to grow over time, then you can push them back here onto Kick so that they can hang out with you a little bit more. And once you have a bit of a following, then you can do that here. Okay, but please understand that this is hard work. This is not something where you can just come on, get the equipment, start streaming, start playing whatever game that you're playing, right? Roblox or whatever, and then all of a sudden you're just gonna amass following. That's not how this works. Okay, this requires effort. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of consistency, and a lot of people don't actually make it. Right? Some people do, some people don't. Okay, you have to be willing to roll up your sleeves and put in the work. So here's what I would say. I would say streaming is it's interesting, right? I think that if you're here to make a lot of money, streaming is going to be a very, very long and slow road. All right, and the reason for that is because if you have no audience, you're a beginner, you're starting from scratch, you're going to have to build an audience off-site before you point them back to Kick in order for you to start getting subscriptions and payments from Kick. All right, now if you're already a creator, you've already got a massive following, then it's pretty easy if you want to become a streamer, right? Because the whole thing about being a streamer is that you have to be willing to kind of put your life out there, right? And you have to stream for quite a long time. People don't really stream for like an hour. Streamers will stream all day. They'll stream for 4 hours, 5 hours. So there are minimum amounts of time that people will stream, and you have to be okay with that. If you're not okay with streaming what you're doing for that amount of time and talking all day, right, and being engaged with your audience, then being a streamer isn't going to be for you, right? But if you see yourself doing that, maybe you've got an audience, you want to bring them over, I think that's a cool way to generate some extra income. If you're an absolute beginner, just understand that it's going to take you a lot more work, and you know the numbers already. It's all about getting subscribers every single day. You make $4.70, 75 cents per subscriber. So it is a bit of a slog. It's going to take a lot of work, but some people do make some decent income from Kick, right? It's a legit platform. It's global. So if you want to check it out, kick.com right here. All right. Now, if you're here watching this video right now, maybe this is the first time you're on my channel. Every single day I come up with content and I test all sorts of different methods to make money online. I've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly. A lot of platforms are not that great. Different websites, different apps, different business models. They don't really pay that much. But out of the ones I've tested, I've put money into, there's one that I used to completely change my life. I actually make 5 times what I used to in my old corporate job, which I fully replaced. I do this 100% from home. I think anybody can do this from anywhere in the world. You can be a beginner. You don't need any tech skills. If you want to learn how to generate big income, I think this strategy might be good for you, all right? If you want to check it out, I've got a free masterclass, okay, that documents this process step by step. You can access that for free by clicking the link right below this video. I hope you enjoyed this review of Kick. All the best to you, and I will see you on the next video review.